So I just realized, so just so everyone knows, and some of my people watching will know, I've been a part of the YouTube community since I want to say 2015. So it's been over a decade where I keep trying to start channels, and because of life itself and everything that's going on, just how the world is, oh damn, that's a story we could cover tomorrow. I tend to just leave my channels alone and just like I have tons of channels out there. Not tons, but about four different channels out there, not including this one. Because I started channels and just let them go. And the reason for that is because every time I start a channel, if I say the wrong thing, they start flagging me, copywriting me. The copyright I do understand and appreciate, but they just, you know, they'll sit there and put like these captions in my videos because it's either too derogatory or they feel like I'm spreading misinformation, which is just fucking absolutely ridiculous. We should all be able to freely talk about whatever we want on any platform. However, when it comes to free speech, yes, the government cannot infringe on our free speech practices. But when it comes to private businesses, you really have no control of that. And the problem that I have, if you go into a local business or a pizza shop, let's just give for an example, you walk in there and start talking, popping all the shit that you want. They say leave, it's their private business. Nothing they can do to you. But now let's say if we um, go out to the street and start popping the same type of shit, and the cops arrest you for speaking, now we have a constitutional nightmare. If all the cops are able to just stop you from talking, obviously, free speech should never involve violence. You should never be violent against someone or say you want to, like kill them. If you say, like, I want to punch you in the face, that's a total different story because it's just something you want to do. It's not something that you say you're going to do. On a different case, if you say I want to kill you, that's understandably like, okay, we need to check this person out, see if they have any mental disorders. I get it. So free speech should be limited to a certain extent because when people actually make these wild threats, the shit happens, you know, and it's not funny, but yeah, we have to be very careful and, just like the Second Amendment, there has to be laws, regulations, etc. But when it comes to pointing out objective facts, not subjective, not, oh, this is what I think is happening. Like I'm actually showing you proof of certain situations, and you get in trouble by that in a way where there's been plenty of times where I was growing and gaining momentum on YouTube, and then you say the wrong thing and they stop you, and it's discouraging because it's just like, okay. I want to have a YouTube channel. I want to make money off of it, which is very lucrative, which is ironic when CNN starts calling people like Nick Shirley and they're like, oh, this YouTube influencer. Like, bro, they get more views than you do in your channel. And not only that, they make more money or they make a substantial amount of comfortable income by expressing the way they want to. They're like doing what they want. You have to show up to a whole station, like right now as a YouTuber per se, and you make fun of me all you want. I don't give a shit. I just have a light bulb, a camera phone, my microphone that I've had forever, and my computer and the internet. And people like myself, not me per se, obviously, but like let's bring Mark Dice into the picture. The dude gets like 200,000 minimum views per episode that he does. And he's just a dude in a laptop in his kitchen, quite literally. And it's taken him a long time to build his channel. He's been doing it way longer than I have. Well, consistently, I would say. I can't speak for the old Mark Dice. Yeah, no, he's been doing it longer than I have. and he was consistent with it. And he only has about, nearly 2 million subscribers because YouTube just won't let him grow. They will not let him do his thing. And the reason for that is you have a CEO that's controlling the algorithm. They're saying, look, this is who we're going to allow to grow. This is who we're going to punish. And what I mean by that, of course, they don't say that personally, but that's what they do. They punish these channels and they don't let them grow. Mark Dice has some amazing content. He's funny, he's witty, he says what he wants to say and how he wants to say it. And then you bring it to someone like Charlie with the Penguins. I love Charlie. I think I don't agree with everything he does. Maybe like 60% of the time, I'm just like, okay, I don't want to watch this. And the other 40%, dude, he's funny, he's witty, and he doesn't speak about he doesn't go against the grain per se. He talks his shit when it comes to like games, videos, movies, etc. But he doesn't go against the governmental grain where it makes you start thinking like, okay, we have a problem. And the dude has fucking what 20 million, like same thing, 20 million subscribers, if not less. Obviously, he probably has more or less throughout all platforms in general. And this is not a shot at Charlie. We're just talking about people who could just go on the internet and pop their shit versus someone that's a little bit control, like they control what they want to say because they know they're going to get into trouble if they do say something that's wrong. And then you think about PewDiePie and Mr. Beast and all that, like tons of all these subscribers. And if YouTube would just allow people to make their own mind up, and why are you trying to control what people say and do? I don't understand it. That's why Rumble is a respectable platform right now, which I'm about to have no choice but to go over to because I want to spread my word. I want to spread my messages that I've been trying to do for the past decade. And again, you go online, talk your shit, do whatever you want, and suddenly you're just like shadow banned. It's a very real thing, even for the tiniest YouTubers out there. And it's what they're trying to do is conform. All right. It's not YouTube that has control of this. Obviously, it's the government. And then you have your sponsors because money controls everything and people conform to that. And that's going to be the last thing we talk about today. Right now, I just want to get into some of the things that's going on in this country, where we're at. It's pretty annoying. You know, when I say annoying, I mean because you can't take control over what's going. Like I just want to verbally destroy some people. And let me explain to you what I'm talking about. Check this out. Okay, so we're gonna start with Osmond Gold. The people that I'm showing you, the YouTubers and etc., and we're even gonna go to CNN. I appreciate these guys. They deserve their flowers, and I just want to I cannot believe half of the stuff of what's going on right now in this country.
The Somalian who said Elon's about to die is exposed as a pre-med student in Missouri. Why am I not surprised?
That's nice.
Oh my god. Here we go.
People say like this is fake. I'm like, actually, well, let's look at
So she's trying to talk about threatening Elon.
I wouldn't worry too much about this one. I wouldn't worry too much about him. He about to die.
He about to die. So she go and say
No, so we're gonna stop you right there, Osman, because I know you have your own opinions, but I want to comment on this one. I'll take it from here, Osman. You have this Somalian foreign immigrant coming into our country, raping our fucking resources. Straight, like taking full advantage, right? coming from their broken country to our amazing country, and now you're threatening our country because you're being called out for your bullshit? So do you think like going after Elon Musk or any American, like what the Americans, like the real patriotic Americans that are thrilled to be here, the patriotic Americans that actually take care of their community, that doesn't litter, have no interest in littering or destroying their own property. You're gonna come here and pop that shit? And what makes you think none of us will go hands on? What makes you think like we're not prepared to lift arms and fucking eradicate you fucking traitors coming into this fucking country? Seriously, what makes you think that? I'm confused. What, your community is going to protect you? Because as far as I know, when Nick Shirley went into that fucking building, you guys called the police. You called us to protect you. So you're talking shit about us, threatening another man's life, but then call us to protect you? Get the fuck out, bro. Like, on some real shit. Like, y'all are not about. You guys don't understand how angry you're making the American people. And we are trying to give the government a chance to fucking correct this shit. And they are blatantly have been. They have blatantly like ignored this shit for well over a decade. I don't even want to get into like all the other shit they've been doing forever. Bitch, I don't give a motherfuck who the fuck you think you are or who protects you. Because if anything, Americans are protecting you. Because if it wasn't for Americans and guns and badges coming to protect you, we would have fucking dragged you out and threw you into the fucking Atlantic Ocean by now. And I'm not talking about dumping a body that's dead. I'm talking about throwing your asses right into that fucking ocean where you came from. How fucking dare you? How fucking dare you? And the only reason why you have that set of fucking nuts on you to say some stupid shit like you're saying, and just like this fucking retarded looking P. Diddy, like this dude looks like a retarded Puff Daddy. That's what this fucking dude looks like. You guys are talking that shit while hiding behind Americans. Like the irony is real. You're not welcome here. Not by me. And if I had, you know, America is such a bunch of like we're a bunch of fucking pussies to just allow this shit to happen. The majority are right now, including the police, because everyone is just complying. You know, complying by the laws because we live in a civilized. Fuck that. You motherfuckers come with guns and badges to my door if I don't pay a fucking bill on time. We have to be drugged through the fucking ringer. And you guys are allowing this shit to happen? That's why I didn't vote for Trump. That's why I didn't vote for Kamala. That's why I won't vote for any overlord. You guys are fucking pathetic allowing this bullshit to happen. Let's continue.
My name is Nasrullah Muhammad. That is spelled.
One thing I will say, I can't stand when these fucking YouTubers do that. Like, okay, we see your name on here. Your face is already there. Why do you need to add an extra face? Like, that shit's fucking annoying. And if you're trying to do that so someone doesn't steal your video, like what I'm doing right now, I could have taken this off of the fucking news network. I just so happened to bump into your page, you know, that's showing it. If you're concerned about people stealing your content, you're stealing the news reporter's content. Why don't you go out there with your camera phone and fucking record that yourself? You know what I'm saying? It's a bit hypocritical and it's fucking annoying, but I'm not trying to hate on anyone. It's just like, why do you add so much of your face there? It's fucking annoying.
Nasrullah
Look at this guy.
I'm the manager and
a retarded P. Diddy.
Today, I want to talk about what happened last night.
What happened?
Yesterday.
What is it? Racism? You know how many black people are talking out about against this shit? What the fuck are you talking about racism? So you have a retarded P. Diddy, um, a broke down Caroline Levitt standing over there. Who the fuck would? Who knows what this shit is? What the fuck is that right there? And then you have this other Somalian that's probably retarded with an IQ of 2, and who knows what the fuck he's doing. So let's continue.
Yesterday morning,
I don't want to
I
see your
was
face.
called
I don't
by
need
the
to see your
owner
face.
because
It's like, why? Why are you looking? Okay, we got like two of
unfortunately
your
someone
faces
came
here.
in to our daycare. The cleaner called the owner and told him what happened and the vandalism that happened. The owner called us. Me and another manager came into the scene around 6 a.m. We looked and saw what happened, and we saw that
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
the suspect came in from the back, broke in from the back kitchen.
He didn't just break in. I want you all to look at this case. He didn't just break in through a door. According to them, they broke through cinder blocks.
And
Plural.
he also destroyed the wall to come in. As he came in,
Okay,
he
well, he
broke
said it.
a door from the wall from Family Dollar from the side. He couldn't, unfortunately, we don't know if that he went in or not, but we saw that it was damaged. As we walked around the daycare, we saw that our office doors was broken into as well. We saw that, unfortunately,
All right, I can't listen to this retardation. Well, when I was talking about how I started it, because like this whole Somali situation, if you're not smart enough to understand that these people are full of shit, I don't know what to tell you. I want to move on from that, and I'll cover whatever other bullshit that comes up. So now we're back to my channel, and again, I've been doing this whole YouTube shit for a long fucking time. And I decided, finally, I'm like, I'm gonna do my own channel. I'm just gonna go forward with it. Excuse me. And, I'm just not gonna stop this time, and I'm not. I wanted to shut the whole project down earlier when I saw what I'm about to show you. Excuse me. But okay, right now I have 15 subscribers. Okay, 31 videos, whatever. Yeah, I started doing my little shorts because I'm like, okay, let me do some shorts now. Let's have some fun with it. As you can see here, I'm getting to a point. So it's just like, November 14, just spitting shit, 286. Here, the food stamps, EBT card, America. I don't know what triggered them, or maybe it's the algorithm, whatever, but it got one view. I'm like, okay. And then I sat there and went to another channel that I have to watch that video a few times, and it still stayed at one view. And it's just like, what are they doing? Why do they do that? It's so confusing. Then you have MAGA, Make America Great Again, 36 views, and then the Candace Owens situation. Once you mention government, it's a flag really quick, especially like with Charlie Kirk. They're like, let's not push this video. Then I did, the Diddy video, which I find funny, is 1,000 views. Putin attacked 1.2, thousand views, and it's just like, okay, you're going against Diddy, he's a scumbag. You're going against Putin, he's a scumbag. Assassins are government funded. What? No, 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 no. Hey, Vic, you're going too far. Instead of just allowing me to flourish and, you know go out there and just speak my mind. They're like, no, 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 whoa, you can't talk about that. Why? Who knows? If assassins are not government funded, why worry about it? Right? I don't know what the fuck that is. I think I went to a whole other. Yeah, let's go back
Wait, so
here
you
or
mean that the
back over
story
here. I
that
don't
we've
care. Yeah, no. So then, my point is that you get to talk about whatever you want until you talk about what they don't want you to talk about. Mitch McConnell, McConnell, Mitch McConnell, excuse me, America Politics, 874 views. He's cracking jokes. Then you got the Andrew Wilson debate, feminism. They didn't like that too much, honestly, because when I put my shorts on my videos, it's random times. And I know some people are like, "Well, you put it up at the wrong time." No, that's bullshit. That doesn't always that's not always the case. And then, interview gone wrong, people having fun, 1,000 views. Okay, having fun, 1,000 views. The enforcer official Putin attacked, of course, it's just like they don't give a fuck about Putin. So, of course, they're gonna, release it to the public, whatever. And then here we go with the chemtrails. I put a short out for this. I thought it was gonna hit hard. Nah. And you know what's funny about this? It's like some people will be like, "Oh, well, your audience or just people in general are not interested in it." Well, obviously they are because if you go to TikTok and play the same fucking video, yeah, I just have tons of comments and tons of, hearts and people just like agreeing to the shit. And why? Because China doesn't like fucking, I know they were talking about, oh, TikTok, China sold it. No, it's like the algorithm is set for what it is. So if you talk shit about America on TikTok, shit, your fucking shit will flourish. That's why leftists go to TikTok because all they do is bash America and they get the biggest fucking followings there. But here on YouTube, you say one little thing and they're like, no, let me show you. So this is a little documentary video that I put up earlier. And just, a little something. I thought it was,
So
I
this is
said
what
they
I was
hate us.
alluding, showing.
Who's they? Obviously not my American people, I hope not, but whoever's in charge and is doing this shit, they don't like us too much. And not only that, they put like a where's they put a note on it. I guess if you look
So
on the
this is what I was
phone,
alluding, showing you guys.
on the app on the phone, you can see the caption that they put under to describe what I'm talking about. But you should look at this. This is my little documentary that I wanted to exploit to everyone on my shorts, but they were like, nah, you're speaking too much. Look at this shit right here. Look at that. See that? Okay. Clear skies in the morning. Clear skies. Those lines weren't there until planes put those fucking lines there. Okay. Is it playing? Oh, sorry. There you go.
So this is what I was alluding, showing you guys earlier when they coated the sky, as you can see. And now they put a new layer over here. And what this is going to do, it's going to turn that into that. See that? Pretty obvious. It's not about a conspiracy theory, it's just what's happening. They said we're supposed to have one of the worst snowstorms in a long time this month. And I see how they're prepping it.
And voila. We went from clear skies this morning to lining the skies, and now it's all cloudy. Look at that.
Hello.
Look at that.
Am I crazy
They're
for
still working
pointing
on
that
this
out?
side. That side will be next. I'll document it. That's what you call objective facts. You see the shit in front of you. I showed you the before and after. And it got even fucking worse. Isn't that fucking crazy? All the I'm floored. Oh, by the way, this car drives itself. It's pretty cool.
I love that.
Oh,
Get
Lord. Great on gas. And then look, all the cloud. You went from completely clear skies to them covering the whole fucking sky up. And I'm the crazy one. Because the shit that they put, you have to go to I can't pull it up here. I don't know why. It's strange. Because they was explaining like chemtrails are coming from commercial airlines and like or contrails. That's what it's called, contrails. All right. So I don't even that's my point. I'm having a great flow of content. Suddenly you talk about what they don't want you to talk about. and boom, they start flagging your channel, meaning I can't get. And I'm gonna show you tomorrow. I'm gonna put the most ridiculous
So this
fucking
is what I
short that I can possibly think of. I'm probably gonna do shit about Sasquatch or unicorns and watch that shit get well over 1,000 fucking views instantly, almost instantly. But when you start talking about this, they're like, nah, nah, nah. If it's what you're saying, then why block it from getting the word out? Just like the Somalians. If you're being honest about everything, just open the doors, show the kids. I know the really really stupid news reporter on CNN that was asking Nick Shirley, well, every daycare is locked. When my daughter was 4 years old, I was trying to find a preschool for her in Florida. I was trying to move her to Florida. I that's where I wanted to raise my child. But then obviously I'm here. So when I went to the daycares, I wasn't gonna just sign my daughter up to any daycare and say, "Here, you can have it." I took a fucking tour. The majority, excuse me, every single daycare, childcare, uh, school, they give you a tour to show you where your child is gonna be. In this case, with Nick Shirley, they didn't. I don't know if they knew who he was or anyone, but you're not offering tours. You're not showing where the kids are. Are they playing happily? Who's your staff? That's very suspicious. And then suddenly, all these news reporters and the government is blaming Nick Shirley instead of going after what the fuck is going on in there. And then it was interesting because Nick Shirley said, well, you guys are not supposed to be operating, but then they're suddenly dropping all these kids off. It's show me the receipts. Okay. The guy said, they broke in through the cinder block. And he's so stupid, he can't even fucking think on his feet. I can be fucking high and drunk and speak more coherent than he was. This dude is fucking retarded. So if you wanted to prove a point and say that everyone stole all the documents, okay, well, shit, we've been digital for well over a decade. That shouldn't be hard to prove. Show all the bank statements. What, is everybody coming in and paying you cash? Yeah. Whoever believes this, you're a fucking idiot, dude. And you should fucking leave this country as well, because you're fucking dumb. Okay? Like, it's just fucking retarded. Now, to correlate this with everything that I was saying, with watching how you speak, I refuse to conform. I'm not conforming for anyone. I'm going to talk the way I talk. Take it or leave it. I don't care for sponsorships. I don't care to get monetized anymore. Before I did, I tried to clean up the language and then it was already too late. In this channel, I could give 8 fucks. All right. I'm gonna say what I want to say, how I want to say it as an American citizen. If you want to fucking silence that, let me take 10 years to fucking grow a channel where it can be lucrative for me to survive. But in this point, I'll bust my ass every fucking day and then come home and talk my shit. If people don't like it, well, the people, as far as what I'm saying is, if the YouTube employees, if you can hear me, you can go fuck yourself. I'm not going to tone that's why it says 18 and under. So I could talk about vampires and fiction and all this other shit where it literally makes people think that they can be that. You know how many children have jumped out of fucking, windows and jumped off of objects thinking they're fucking Superman. I don't see y'all fucking banning that shit. How many people play GTA and they go out and think like they're in GTA running from the cops? I don't see y'all banning that shit. But when it comes to something that people could question, y'all sit back, yeah, motherfucker, YouTube staff. If you can see me, you guys are fucking clowns, bro. You're fucking cowards, and you're not American. We should be able to say whatever the fuck we want. And if people don't like it and they want to give us the thumbs down because you guys took that thumbs down button, let them. Let us. Let us be destroyed by public opinion or the court of public opinion. But you guys are already trying to conform and think for other people like, oh, if you say that, it might offend them. Fuck them. They don't have to watch the channel. That's crazy. It's like, when you're riding a bike and you put the stick in the spokes and you're like, oh, I'm hurt. I'm going to sue Schwinn. Why? No one told you to put Schwinn didn't do anything, and neither did I. If your feelings are hurt, or if you feel like I'm misleading people, let the people decide. They're smart enough. Are you trying to say that people are that dumb? And for people who are watching this, you're trying to tell them, you're allowing them to control you. And the reason why I'm mentioning this is because Andrew Wilson, I love Andrew Wilson. Dude, he's like one of the best debaters I've ever fucking seen, and he's not polished for it. He created his own way of debating. He has courses on it. And when I see people like this guy over here, excuse me, sorry. I have to stop eating, drinking any kind of liquids or anything before I get on a podcast because I'm always burping and it fucking sucks. So you have this guy over here that is trying to trap Andrew Wilson into a lot of different things, and you would have to watch this for yourself. But he actually has a point. So Andrew Wilson, again, he is a master of what he does. It's not that he has trained his whole life for it. He's really good at what he does. And when you have these guys over here that he's pretty much destroyed him most of the debate because the guy, all he can do is offer insults to Andrew. This is what you are. This is what you do. This is how you do it. But he's not defending his positions. I listen to these things countlessly, bro. All I do is deliver. So I'm able and I have the privilege to just listen to podcasts, listen to audiobooks, listen to YouTubers, watch some of the news. It's not that they're always dishonest. Sometimes they are. But in this situation, bro, Andrew, you lost this point. Not the debate, but this point. Bro, he has a great point, bro. You are conforming to make money. I'd rather be broke. I don't care. Yo, bro, I would rather sleep under a bridge than have a dishonest fucking bone in my body. And in this situation, what you're trying to do is excel so you could get your point across, but you're also conforming to what these platforms want you to do. If everybody just stopped conforming, these platforms will have no choice but to surrender. And if the sponsors are like, well, I don't want to invest in that, then go fuck yourself. We don't care. None of us give a fuck anymore. You don't want to show my video to thousands of people because I said what? Faggot, nigger, like what? Like, I don't understand. Like, what the fuck is the problem? We have free speech. We should be able to say whatever the fuck we want. But you guys are limiting what we have to say and what we want to say for the sake of $1. You'll still let me post this, but you'll shadow ban me. And guess what? I don't give a fuck anymore. For the past decade, I did. I stopped my channels, bro. I should have never done that because I would have been well off. I would have been selling books and just selling content, etc. But I stopped myself every fucking time because people like Andrew Wilson that conform. Because they see you conforming, instead of saying rape, he says grape, and it's just like, why are you using euphemisms? Just say what you want to say. And if they don't like it and they're going to cut your buck short, fuck it. You can't go on the whatever cast and say certain things because Brian is going to be like, yo, man, we're not going to get paid for that. Right? Fuck them all. Don't conform, bro. Don't ever fucking conform. Listen to this shit.
As far as I've seen, has never advocated any sort of violence towards anybody. At least not any more than you do. Like if you joke around and go, these people need to get the fuck out of here if they don't love this country. I don't think that's an advocation of violence. But the thing is like if these people on the woke right, what you consider to be the woke right, are just advocating that, hey, we want to change the laws to tailor them to whatever people group we have. So fucking what? That's literally part of the democracy process, isn't it?
Sure. I think you're being a little too reductive. I understand that arguments are made to be reduced, like you said, but the woke, let's go with the Groyper movement. Let's just use the Groyper movement as a baseline of the group that we're talking about because they fit the most.
Because they piss off Jordan Peterson, right? And they piss off James Lindsay because they troll him.
And by the way, James Lindsay's argument is not my argument, which is funny. I never heard of James Lindsay. I was calling the woke right in 2021. Mm-hmm. And it's because the woke left was trying to cancel me. And in the process of canceling me, there were people on the right that didn't like my personality, and they would literally team up. And I noticed, this is just a personal thing, this wasn't broadly defining anything. I noticed, I was like, these are conservatives, but they're like harassing me. They're being really woke. They're using woke language. They're changing language definitions.
Like what?
Well, it's the stupid stuff, like on TikTok where
it's not stupid,
where they would say the word grape like the fruit instead of rape.
Well, that's because the TikTok TOS will throw you off if you don't say that.
Exactly. So they're willingly giving up their First Amendment. I never did that. Right.
Wait, how is that woke?
Well, when you self-censor, you're sort of giving up your own First Amendment right.
Yep.
No. So that would be coercion, right? So the idea here would be, again, if you want to have a platform to speak, right, and you have to censor what you're saying, like if you were an AM radio host, right?
This is a throwaway, yeah.
And you had to self-censor because the fucking FCC said that you couldn't play like gangsta rap music or some shit like that.
No,
I don't think.
No, and I'm going to leave it right there. We're going to stop sharing because he said it all right there. No. If the FCC is going to ban you from speaking your mind for the sake of money, you're doing it for money. You're conforming. Because and even with gangster rap now, right? You couldn't watch videos back then without them editing their curses. Now you go on YouTube, you see all the music playing. And I know it's not on national television, but maybe parents should take, and this is interesting to me, Andrew. This is a very interesting because you're trying to take responsibility for raising children, which you do. And this is what you do. You're raising children, and I appreciate what you're doing because I have a stepfather and he did everything that he could to be a part of our lives and still to this day. But if someone's going to listen to the radio, as a parent, you should be involved in your kids well enough to know that, hey, you can't watch this, you can't watch that, you can't watch this channel, you can't watch that channel. Just like you need to lock up your guns, you need to lock up the content that you are exposing to your children. But the overall statement is like, if you're gonna say grape instead of rape to make your point across for the sake of money, you lost me there. And that's not to say I'm not a fan. I'm a huge fan. I love you. I would debate you any single fucking day or have a conversation. But that's where you lose me on that point. You lost that point in that entire debate. And that's 99 of your success. And the 1% was that one little thing that you said. And that's the show.